This is the brand new C3 plate made by Armored Republic. I mean, obviously it says it on the plate right there, but in today's video, we are going to be putting it through its paces to see if it can actually handle what it's rated for, and maybe then some. When Armored Republic reached out to me about testing their brand new C3 plate, I was like, well, I mean, I test mild steel all the time. How much different could it be? Wait, it's not steel? Ceramic! This is the brand new C3 plate made by Armored Republic. But wait a second, it doesn't really look all that much different than a regular armored plate. What's so special about it? Well, number one, like I said, is that it's made of a ceramic, but it also has a UHMBPW, whatever the acronym is, basically a really dense plastic backing that allows, in combination, this plate here to stop threats all the way up to and including 30-06 M2 armor-piercing projectiles all the way up to 2,880 feet a second. And number two is that it's Armored Republic's first ceramic model to feature a multi-curve design. So basically, unlike the C2 model, which has been on the market for a little while now and has the same ratings, it only has one curve. This C3 plate is curved in both the X and the Y-axis, so it should fit athletic builds a lot better. I mean, I put this thing on and I was like, oh yeah. Anyway, here's some more specs if you're interested. I just don't want to bore you with listing every single one out. One thing that I forgot to mention is that these ceramic plates are actually a multi-hit ceramic plate, but its official NIJ rating is for a single 30-06 M2 armor-piercing projectile going up to 2,880 feet a second. So what I have here is not a 30-06, but actually a 308 loaded with an M2 projectile, and out of this 24-inch setup, I've chronographed it going around 2,750 feet a second. So that's pretty close to the 2,880 feet a second that the plate's rated for, so let's see how well it handles it. Alrighty, I think we're ready for some testing, but I just can't help but feel I forgot something. This is Terry the Torso, and he has graciously signed up to wear this brand new C3 plate to test it out for us. That is so nice of you, Terry. I'm sure we all really appreciate it. He has absolutely no idea what's coming. But how about we start off with that 308 AP round? Terry, how you doing, buddy? But you didn't sign up for this. Yes, you did. Quit being a baby. All right, let's check out the damage. I don't think it went through. I think we would have heard a little bit more out of Terry. Let's see. Absolutely nothing. There's a pretty decent bulge on the back side, but really nothing too major. Guys, I'm going to keep the C3 plate in this plate carrier because that ceramic gets freaking everywhere, and it is a fine powder. And we're not quite done with this plate yet, so we'll examine the results a little bit later. Guys, we're only one round in, and this C3 plate is already beginning to amaze me. I have literally had these same rounds go straight through 3/4 of an inch of mild steel. You know what? Why don't I just show you? This is a 3/4 inch mild steel plate, and it is an absolute chunk of steel. So let's go ahead and set it up. I'm not going to set it up in Steel Sled 4.0 because I'm worried even after it goes through 3/4 of an inch of mild steel that it would probably damage Steel Sled 4.0. So I'm just going to set it up right here. Alright, so I'm looking at the back of this 3/4 inch mild steel plate, and obviously the AP round went straight through. I mean, look at that. Come on now. The funny thing is that AP round was stopped cold on that C3 plate, which only weighs 7.02 pounds. This 3/4 inch little steel plate weighs way more than that, and you wouldn't even be safe. One round of AP ammo is super impressive for sure, don't get me wrong, but this is just the official NIJ rating. Armored Republic actually told me that this plate has multi-hit capabilities as long as the shots are spaced out appropriately. Wait, spaced? Unlike AR-500 armor steel plates that can handle multiple shots in the same area, ceramic is a much harder material but much more brittle. Because of this, the ceramic becomes compromised whenever it's shot, and the larger the caliber and the more kinetic energy it's dumping into the plate, the more this area becomes compromised. So the larger the caliber, the more spacing is required between shots. With armor-piercing ammo, Armored Republic told me that this spacing needs to be somewhere between 3 to 4 inches between shots. So let's see if this plate can handle a couple more shots. And let's see if Terry can handle a couple more shots. Come on, Terry, you can't stand up? You're acting like you got shot or something. Let's see what happened. All right, that is pretty good spacing right there. Oh my gosh. I was pulling the plate carrier apart and I actually see the insert of the armor piercing round. It popped right out. Must have gotten stopped, or that might have been from the last one, but let's check out the damage real quick. Oh my gosh, stopped cold. 2 AP rounds stopped cold. And that is, I mean, pretty close spacing. If you got shot closer than that, you're in deep trouble anyway. It absolutely disintegrated that M2 tip. That is freaking nuts. I'm honestly surprised to say this, but let's try another one. Terry, you holding up all right? I didn't hear anything. We must be good. All right, Terry, you can be honest. Is this too much? No? Okay, let's check out the front. Whew. That one was super close to the edge. That was actually a bad shot on my part. These AP rounds are not accurate at all. I mean, it could definitely be me, but these AP rounds are definitely not accurate at all. Anyway, that is pretty much right on the edge. Let's see if it actually stopped it. I am going to be super impressed if it stopped it. Oh wait, I'm doing the wrong buckles. Oh my gosh. No penetration on the back, and that was right on the freaking edge of this plate. I am even more shocked to say this, but let's try one more. Just one more, buddy, and then we're done, okay? All right, it looks like we got a fragment of that armor-piercing insert. That is pretty cool. It must have popped out like the other one. Terry, that last shot wasn't too bad, right? Let's check out the results. Well, definitely a lot more ceramic coming out now. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now let's take that plate out and examine it. That ceramic is basically everywhere inside this plate. Oh my gosh. All right. 4 shots, all equally spaced pretty much, and you can see where the compromised area is, but there is absolutely no penetration on this plate. That is freaking nuts. It may even have room for a couple other shots, but I don't have any more AP rounds to test out on this one. Look at that corner shot though. It stopped that, and I mean, that's just freaking nuts. And you can even see on this corner shot some of the UHM WPE backer behind the ceramic. That is pretty cool. Looks like we got a lot of the jackets that came out of the plate as well. And some more of the inserts too. Man, we're catching all the pieces today. All right, I was able to find 3 of those penetrator inserts, and they all have the tips shattered pretty similarly too. That is pretty impressive. 4 rounds of armor-piercing 308 ammo. You can call me impressed for sure, but the thing is, they sent me one more plate to test out, so let's see what that one can handle. Up first, we got a real, bad-to-the-bone M855A1, not that loaded down sissy garbage that's out there. This thing is the real deal, and out of this 26-inch setup, we are getting some crazy velocities. This is pretty much the most extreme 5.56 load out there, so let's see if this plate can handle it. Did I say we'd be done after that last round? Well, I actually meant that we'd be done with that plate. I got a brand new plate in here for you, buddy. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Terry, what's the matter, buddy? You didn't even fall over that time. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, that one doesn't have quite as much kinetic energy, so you lucked out that time. Let's check out the results though. Pretty sure I saw a spark on that one. I could be wrong, but pretty sure I saw one. Absolutely nothing, and it doesn't even really feel like there's much of a bulge at all in there. I can't stress enough that this is one of the most extreme 5.56 loads out there. I mean, I've had it go straight through a 1/2 inch of mild steel, so I am super impressed with this plate at this point. But let's try one more of those M855A1s to make sure that it wasn't just a fluke. Wait, what was that, Terry? You're actually liking these rounds. Good, good. Yeah, they don't have quite as much kinetic energy. Now let's check. Oh, shit. Now let's check out the, what happened. Absolutely nothing like the first one. 2 rounds of M855A1. Is there anything this plate can't stop? I mean, what's up next? The next logical step up in my mind is a 300 Win Mag. Basically a lengthened and widened 30-06 shooting the same 30 caliber projectiles much faster than the 30-06, so obviously the plate is not rated for this one. So the real question is, even though it's not necessarily rated for the 300 Win Mag, could it actually stop a 300 Win Mag, at least the specific load that I'm using? Don't worry, Terry, only one more round, and I mean it for real this time, and it's really not too much worse than the last 2 rounds that I shot. You know, I think you'll be fine. Poor Terry. Terry, I thought you were gonna fall over that time. Not because it was a more powerful round or anything. I just didn't aim as low that time. So I thought you were gonna fall over, but good job standing up. Now let's check out the results real quick. I don't know what to expect. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it stopped it cold. There is a giant bulge, but it stopped it cold, and it kind of ripped the plate carrier a little, but still, 300 Win Mag. All right, let's see what happened to this plate. Okay, there we go. All righty. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a lot of ceramic. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but a lot of ceramic just fell out. Barely any bulges with the M855A1s. The 300 Win Mag, on the other hand, almost ripped off the UHM WPE backing on that shot, but I'm not saying that it would not hurt, but you would not have a hole in you after that shot. And it looks like you may even have a little more protection in some of these areas as well. Well, there might be one new bullet fragment this time. In case you couldn't tell throughout the video, I am freaking impressed with the performance of this brand new C3 plate, but I think it's time to go back to the bench and do a little bit of a deeper dive. Guys, unfortunately there is no time to grind today, but I was able to get both of these UHM WPE backers off of the ceramic faces, and let me tell you something, I was not about to bring the ceramic faces in because they had a bunch of little ceramic particles that get freaking everywhere, but I did get some good pictures. So let's go over the results. Alrighty, this was the first plate that we had shot with 4 M2 armor-piercing projectiles with the 308, and the first two, as you could see, were pretty consistent. The projectile did not go too deep into the UHM WPE backer. This one was right on the corner, which I think started pulling the UHM WPE backer off of the ceramic, and then this was the final shot. As you can see, the bullet, like the whole bullet, is actually stuck inside the UHM WPE backer, which is super cool. Also, this is what the compromised area looked like with the 308 on the ceramic plate, and it measured in around 2.5 inches. And on the next plate, we had the 2 M855A1 projectiles, and as you can see, surprisingly, neither one of them got past the ceramic plate, which is absolutely insane. They only dented the UHM WPE backer. And on the ceramic plate face, the diameter of the compromised area measured in around 2 inches. And the last and final round was with the 300 Win Mag. As you could see, it did quite a bit more damage, but that ceramic plate absolutely shredded that bullet into a fine powder, at least the lead core that was inside. With this round, the compromised area of the ceramic measured in right at around 3 inches in diameter. So if you're in the market for a set of armored plates that can block a crazy amount of cartridges all the way up to and including 30-06 M2 armor piercing projectiles, then the C3 plate, at least based on this testing, seems to be a great option. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, don't let ballistics drive you bananas.